You on Catch It Live, and I'm ready to place an order?
They come.
Okay. And how late are you open tonight?
Till 8 o'clock tonight.
8 o'clock.
All right. Well, you better run to the phone. Just get ready to ring. I got a feeling.
It is. I got a feeling.
Yep.
It
All right.
probably will.
All right.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Hannah.
All right, so that was the specials. You can join us live. We're here till 8 o'clock. So we've got 2 or 3 different guests coming on in just a little bit. But I say we get started and get rolling. We got a lot to do tonight.
We do. We got a lot to fit in. So, Brooks, you get us a commercial ready to go. We're going to get our first guest in here.
Okay. So, what?
So-
He's doing a commercial?
We're waiting for him.
Okay.
He wasn't ready. We surprised
He wasn't ready?
him.
Picnic tables?
Don, they're not picnic tables today. We're talking about these Adirondack chairs. They got to get out of here. So here's the deal. They were like $100 a piece. Right now, I'm selling them for $75. 2 for $100. They're available at Wellers in Ellendale or Bridgeville. They got to go.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here, and you know, I always get asked, do you have any used trailers? Today is your lucky day. I got a brand new 6x10 enclosed trailer at a used trailer price. $21.47 gets you a brand new 6x10 enclosed at Wellers in Ellendale or Bridgeville.
Atlantic Aluminum Products in Greenwood, Delaware wants you to know that if you've been waiting for the best time to purchase a sunroom, screen room, or replacement windows, now is the best time.
My wife and I just had a great experience. They met all of our expectations. Can't say enough about the service.
The final price that we were given was the exact price that was estimated.
We're very happy with our sunroom. We use it every day. We don't know why we didn't make up our mind to do it sooner.
Stop waiting. Start living. Call Atlantic Aluminum Products today for a free estimate.
Howdy, howdy, everybody. Jim Weller here from Wellers in Ellendale and Bridgeville, talking to you about these energy-efficient eye heaters. They operate on literally pennies a day. So if you need a heater, this is the deal. We're the same price as the internet. They start at $279. Plus, we don't have any sales tax or shipping. Come get them.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Jim Weller, we're back at Catch It Live, and listen, we usually start with a little prayer, and we ran into a commercial break before we got to that, so I'm just going to say a prayer to bless this show. Dear Lord, we just thank you for this time together. We thank you for this opportunity to do this show. We just pray that our words be a blessing to all that hear them. We pray that our attitude and our spirit be good, and we just pray that this show grows. So, dear Lord, we thank you again for all the things in our lives. We just ask that you anoint this evening, and we ask all of this in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so anyway, now I'm ready to go. All right, so we have our first guest of the evening. She traveled a long way to get here, and we really appreciate her coming, is Linda Price.
Thanks for
Good
having
evening.
me, Jim.
Thanks for coming.
I appreciate it.
All right, tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do for a real job, and then what are all your volunteer jobs? Okay.
Well, I am the branch manager of Fulton Bank in Georgetown.
Okay.
And I've been doing that at that location for about 10 years, but I've been in banking for about 28 years.
Yeah, so you were a teenager when you
I
started.
was a teenager, yay,
Okay.
thanks.
Okay.
So that's my real job,
Okay.
but my real job also allows me the opportunity to really spend some time in the community. So
Okay.
I serve on the chamber board and
Georgetown?
the Georgetown Chamber Board.
Okay.
And I'm also president of the Georgetown Millsboro Rotary Club this year.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
So I have a lot of things on my plate, and
Okay.
I'm with the I'm on the Boys and Girls Club board in Georgetown.
Okay.
And so I do a little bit of everything. I got my hands in everything.
I can see that. Well, that's good. That's what keeps you youthful.
True, very
Keep
true.
it moving.
That's
you know.
true. Keeps me
Yep.
out of trouble too.
Keeps your blood pressure flowing and everything. Well, good.
For
I'm sure you
sure.
sleep well at the end of the day.
At times. I think this week is probably one of those weeks that we're not sleeping too well because we have a huge event this coming Friday and
do?
Saturday. Yes.
What is it?
It is Wings and Wheels.
Now, these are chicken wings?
I wish they were chicken wings. There's a lot of people that said, are they having chicken wings? But
Oh,
no,
really?
they're airplane wings.
Real airplanes.
Real airplanes.
Now,
real
where could you
airplanes.
land an airplane in Sussex County?
At the Sussex County Airport, right in Georgetown.
It's still there?
It's still there. And
Okay.
a lot of people don't even know that it's there. It's that little hidden jewel back.
Aren't you adding like 10 more feet on the runway or something like
We're actually
that?
adding 500.
Oh, 500 feet.
500 feet, and we're
Okay.
hoping for another 500 feet. but
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a great place. Little known area that people don't even realize is in Georgetown.
Okay.
Yep.
How many planes do you think in a day go in and out?
Oh goodness. Well, I
Two
mean,
or three?
No, there's probably a little bit more than that. They probably have about, maybe 5 or 6 flights that go out of there.
Really?
But there's Pat's Aircraft is back there on the
Okay.
manufacturing side.
And they refurbish
They refurbish
the fuel
planes.
systems or something in
Yes.
planes.
Yes.
And
it was
they
kind
employ
of,
like hundreds of people.
Well, I don't know if it's hundreds, but they have quite a few people out there,
Okay.
and that's part of this airport runway extension is for them to be able to
Bring in bigger
bring in
planes.
bigger planes.
Which would just bring more business to Sussex County.
Exactly. It was kind of a cool thing. We were sitting at the end of the runway. Karen Duffield, the executive director of the chamber, we were sitting out there in the end of a Jeep with the airport manager, and here comes this 737 flying right over top of us, going in to do some work at Pat's.
Really?
So it was really kind of cool when
And
you
you were
sit there.
saying, I hope the runway is long enough.
Exactly.
All right, so Wings and Wheels. Is
Wings
this
and
the
Wheels.
first year it's been?
No, this is the 5th year.
5th year.
5th year,
Okay.
third year that I'm chairing it,
Okay.
and it has grown considerably since that very first year where we got rained out. Actually, it was
Really?
a downpour. But
Is
last
this a rain or shine event?
it is a rain or shine event.
Okay.
It is a little bit, the planes that we have are a little bit dependent on the weather because they
Okay.
come from all through the Middle East. Middle East. Listen
so
to me.
they're from Israel. Israel.
I didn't say that, did I?
Afghanistan. Oh, really?
Mid-Atlantic.
Okay.
But we have planes coming in from New
All
Jersey
right.
and Maryland and all that kind of
Okay.
thing. But last year we had 21 aircraft.
No kidding.
And it's all the theme of it really revolves around World War II.
Okay.
So we have vintage World War II aircraft that come in.
And these are planes that people have fixed up and
Yes.
really take a lot of pride
Yes.
in making them look kind of spiffy. And
We have a couple B-25 bombers, one of which is housed out at the Georgetown Airport.
No kidding.
And we had an F-4U Corsair that came in last year, and couple.
What
of,
is the need for a B-52 bomber to be in Sussex County?
We won't go there.
Oh, okay. Just in case.
Just in case.
Okay.
You never know.
All right.
We also have a classic car show. Last year we had 300 cars.
How many are you thinking this year?
If the weather holds out like they say it is, we could have about 400 or 500 cars.
This is a big event.
This is a huge
You
event.
must have 200-300 people show up?
Kind of about 8,000 maybe.
8,000.
Last year we had about 8,000.
Now, do people have to pay to park?
They pay to park. We
Okay.
have VIP parking at the airport, which is the first parking that goes. That's $5. And then we have Delmarva Christian.
Do you have the VIP tickets with you?
I don't.
Okay. Okay.
But we do have parking at Delmarva Christian High School.
And they're going to bus them.
And they're bus them in. We have
That'd
school
be nice.
buses. It's $2 to park there, and we bus them in. We take them right and drop them off right at the
How
airport
much is the
entrance.
busing?
There's no charge for the busing.
So you for $2 you can park and get the bus ride?
And get the bus ride and get into the event.
Can I like ride the bus all day long back and forth
You
and
can.
hand out
It's a
business
loop.
cards
It's
to
a
all the
loop.
people that get on and off the bus?
Go right ahead.
Okay. So if I was running for a political office,
You
I would
could.
spend the day on the bus.
You could.
That would
But
be the way to
actually-
meet the most amount of people.
That's true, but we actually have a lot of the candidates that have gotten booths out there.
Okay.
So they'll be out there and talking to people and handing
Hmm.
out their little brochures
called
and
push polls or
stickers
something
and
like
you know,
that.
that kind of thing.
Wow.
But we have entertainment. We have a huge contingent of World War II reenactors from Fort Miles and
Okay.
the Airmen's Preservation Society. And little known fact, which I actually just recently found out, was that the Sussex Airport really played a huge role from a training mission during World War II. A lot of people didn't know that.
Meaning training planes to land and take off? Wow.
And then there was a huge submarine warfare a contingent that was right off the coast of Lewis, which is where Fort Miles
Fort
is.
Miles, yeah.
So we have that, and we have some speakers that are coming out that were integral with World War II. We have a retired Marine Corps General George Bartlett, that's coming in from Potomac, Maryland, and he's going to tell stories till they tell him that you can't tell stories anymore. Yeah, so
they're probably going to give him 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
I think the general can take all the time he wants.
So besides you park and ride a bus, is there a charge to get in?
No, absolutely free.
So for $2, you can come to Georgetown, park at the Delm River Christian High School,
right?
Get on a bus and go to this event.
See the reenactors,
Will they be selling any
see the
food
planes.
or anything?
Oh gosh, we have
Lemonade?
Oh, more than
iced
that.
Tea? Really?
We have soda, iced tea, lemonade, water, whatever you want. But we have all kinds of food vendors. Chicken, barbecue chicken from Fat Daddy's, and we have crab cakes and hot dogs. And,
no kidding.
Oh,
crab
yeah.
cakes. Okay.
Yes, the first year we've ever had crab cakes.
Really?
Yes.
All right, I will be there.
So we have that. We have live entertainment. We have Cat Country is going to be there broadcasting from 10 until noon.
Okay.
Then we have the Skinny Leg Pete Band that's going to be there from 12 until 2.
I've got to meet these guys.
Sky Brady,
I've not met him. He keeps calling me. He wants me to pull him through the Returns Day parade.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So.
he's something else. And then from 2 to 4, we have Glass Onion.
Okay, another good band.
Yes, they're really good. And this year we added something which we're really excited about was the U.S. Naval Academy parachute team is coming in, and they're going to do 4 jumps on Saturday.
Really?
Yes, yes.
So you get to see a nice car show, all these vintage airplanes.
Right.
And then you're going to have people parachuting?
Yes.
All kinds of food?
All kinds of food.
Wow.
All kinds of entertainment.
Bus ride too?
Bus ride, free.
Wow.
And then we have something that's...
Is there like a big sales tax or anything you're going to charge?
No.
Okay. Is there more?
There's more.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
We have something that we're doing this year that we get to have people see for a change. It's always been something that the pilots have done off the airport site because it's something that they wanted to do just to have a little bit of fun. But this year we get to see it at the airport, and it's a flower bombing championship. And
so they'll have like potted plants?
No.
Flowers?
Flower bombs. They're going to have 1-pound bags of flour, which is really lime.
Okay.
And they'll have, the pilots will have them, the bombardiers will have them, and they'll be trying to drop and hit a target. So we'll be able to see them take off.
So this pilot's flying with one hand, shifting with another,
and
dropping
that bomb.
Okay. Okay. Oh, we have a question from the crowd. Yes, young lady. Do you need a microphone? No. Hold on. Yes, you do. Okay, we have a question from a young lady in the crowd.
Okay. Is there a schedule anywhere that I could look up so I don't miss these events? Because I would love to see the flower bombing.
Sure. The Sussex Post that came out today, or it comes out tomorrow, that is our official guide, and there's an insert in there that gives you all the information, all the schedule of events, everything's in there. But you can also go to our website, which is wings-wheels.com, and we have the schedule of events on there as well.
That requires internet. Okay. All right. So,
you're welcome.
Is there something going on Friday night?
Yes.
Okay.
We added this last year because we always wanted this festival to be a 2-day festival, and so we added a USO-type canteen show.
Okay.
And we have, the production company is called Footlight Productions out of Rehoboth.
Oh, I've heard of them. They're from Rehoboth?
They're from Rehoboth.
Okay.
They do all the murder mysteries around, but they actually put on the canteen show. It's about a 90-minute show.
Okay.
And they take you back to the big band time and all the music from the big band era. And it's dinner and a show. And it's $30 for a buffet dinner, and you get to see the show. Last year was our first year, and it was a sellout, and we are fast approaching sellout for this year because we have about 30 tickets left. So.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
So if I wait just a little bit longer, these tickets will become more valuable.
That's right. That's right. You can sell them to the highest bidder.
Okay. Wow.
But it's a fun time.
So $30 a person.
$30
a person.
Food. That includes food.
Okay. What if is there going to be people dancing or singing?
Yes.
Or what's going to be happening?
We have actually encouraged people to come dressed in 40s attire. The U.S. Naval Academy parachute team is actually coming in on Friday night, and they're coming over in their dress whites.
Really?
Yes. And we're going to have a dance floor. We're going to encourage people to dance and sing.
That was
and
your microphone. That's
Up,
okay.
there I go. Okay.
You can leave that one off.
All right.
You're
and-
half done.
So we're encouraging people to come out and just really have a great time.
Okay.
Larry Kelly's B-25 bomber will be out at the. We actually have the show in a hangar, an airport hangar.
Really?
And he's gonna park the B-25 at the end of the hangar, and you can take pictures in front of the B-25.
No kidding. Well, I want to go up and take pictures of him driving, shifting, tuning the radio, and dropping these bags of flour.
Well, I don't think he's going to be in that competition because he's
Okay.
got something special planned for the end, but I'm not going to say any more.
He ain't dropping a bomb.
I'm not saying a word.
All right. Okay. Website? No, we're
Wing-
not done yet. I
oh.
don't want to shake hands yet.
Okay.
Website.
Wings-wheels.com.
Okay. Wings-wheels.com. Okay. And any phone number? Don't need a phone number?
You can call the chamber office, which is 856-1544.
Okay.
They have tickets for the show, and they can give you all the information that you want to know about the event itself.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
But come Thursday afternoon, I'm incommunicado except being at the airport.
Really?
Yes.
All right. Well, you've done a good job.
Thank
Is this
you.
your first time speaking
Yes,
in public?
it is. On a TV show, it is.
Okay. And anything else we need to know?
No, I don't think so. We just want, it's a family event, and we encourage all the families to come out. It's a great moving experience to see World War II veterans that come out with their children and then their grandchildren, and then talk about what they did during the war. It's just an incredible moving sight to see all
And
that.
probably just to see the difference in planes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
Wow.
and there's great stories. We had a Tuskegee Airman that came out last year. He was going to come out again this year, but his health is failing, so he was not able to come out. But when the Corsair came in, we had an AMVETS organization from Seaford. Last year was their first year as a vendor, and they
Okay.
were raffling off the F4U Corsair. And it just turned out when he flew in that plane, his actual plane was used as a replica for this particular model.
They're raffling off a plane?
A replica.
Oh, a replica. Okay.
But he came out and talked to them and autographed the box that they were raffling off,
Really?
and they were just thrilled. And there were so many stories like that. It's just, I'm an Army brat. My grandfather was in World War II. He led the Army band. My father was in the Army for 30 years, and so this is a labor of love for me. It's just, I get goosebumps every time I see the B-25 take off, and I'm just in awe of everything that's out there.
Well, this sounds like a great community event for young and old, everybody of all ages.
Yes.
So come on out, make plans, put it on your calendar. I find every time I talk to people that say I'm busy, I can't do this, I find you will do what you prioritize.
Exactly.
So make this a priority to attend this event this Saturday, rain or shine.
Right.
And then if you want to go to the show Friday night, you've got just a few tickets left.
Got to get your tickets now.
Get them now. So other than that, I'm going to thank you. Now
Thank you.
you've done a great job.
Okay, thanks, Jim. I appreciate your time.
And
Thank you.
we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes with Anthony Joseph and the Racing Wheels Spinning Report. Hey everybody, Jim Weller here from Weller's in Ellendale and Bridgeville. Just letting you know, if you need a deal on a landscape trailer, I got brand new 5x8 landscape trailers for $597.50. The best price on the Delmarva Peninsula, available at Weller's and Weller's.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here from Weller's in Ellendale and Bridgeville with an unbelievable deal on some quality S Class 3 and Class 4 receiver hitches. They've been sitting around way too long and I want to get rid of them, so here's the deal. If I got one to fit your vehicle, they're $57.50 each. Get them while I got them.
Atlantic Aluminum Products in Greenwood, Delaware wants you to know that if you've been waiting for the best time to purchase a sunroom, screen room, or replacement windows, now is the best time.
My wife and I just had a great experience. They met all of our expectations. Can't say enough about the service.
The final price that we were given was the exact price that was estimated.
We're very happy with our sunroom. We use it every day. We don't know why we didn't make up our mind to do it sooner.
Stop waiting. Start living. Call Atlantic Aluminum Products today for a free estimate.
Hey everybody, it's me again, Jim Weller from Weller's in Ellendale and Bridgeville, and I'd like to let you know I sell flags. 3x5 flags. We've got many to choose from. $9.97. Again, available at both locations, Ellendale or Bridgeville. Come see us soon.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey, Catch It Live, we're back. Anthony Joseph is here with the Spinning Wheels Racing Report, or the Spinning Racing Wheels Report. Or
It's the Spinning Wheels Racing Report.
Okay. All right, so we had a big race up in Dover, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
All the big boys, Jeff Gordon,
Yeah.
Casey Kane, Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
And Kyle Busch, he dominated Colin on Sunday as he led 309 laps, but he did not lead the last lap, which counts the most.
That is the most important, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so what happened? Explain. Let's go through what happened.
So basically on lap, you had 80 laps left, and Matt Kenseth on about 3:17, he created the last caution. So basically what happened there, Kyle Busch, he didn't have a good fuel mileage, and comparing to Brad Keselowski, which Dodge all season long is just better getting fuel than all the other cars.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one reason why Brad Keselowski won that race. And it's really a shame because Kyle Busch, he's had a lot of issues all season long.
Right.
And he dominates, and with 11 laps left, he runs out of fuel. Or his crew chief, Dave Rogers, says he's going to run out, so he has to pit. So that's what he does. And he goes in, Hamlin leads a couple laps with 8 laps to go, and Brad Keselowski, he'd been saving fuel, and he ends up victorious.
So he played it smart, saved his fuel, conserved, kind of laid back.
Correct, yes.
It paid off for him in the end.
It did. He wasn't the best car, and he admitted after the race. He had about the 4th best car.
Yeah.
As Busch was number 1, Hamlin was 2, and Johnson said he had the best car, but he had to save because if not, he would have ran out.
Right.
So
Wow.
it was a wild race. Usually the best car wins, but this is probably the first time I can remember that the best car did not win at the Monster Mile.
Wow. So where did Kyle Busch end up finishing?
Basically, they finished 7th and 8th as Hamlin, when he went in, they had a very fast car, and they responded, like I said, they finished 7th and 8th. But Kyle Busch was very upset after the race, and he did not do an interview. It's been like that all season long, and Joe Gibbs, I read an article today, he wants to renew Kyle Busch's contract. It expires in 2013, and at this point, it's not said whether that Busch wants to remain with Joe Gibbs Racing. And I think it's really going to depend, can he pick his crew chief, because he's had some issues with him. He wants to do one thing, and the crew chief wants to do another, and usually the crew chief rules out.
Right.
And he's not winning races, and it's really upsetting to him.
It's kind of been up and down for
Yes.
him, and not been real encouraging to him, I
Right.
don't think.
Especially when you have a very good race car that he had, and he missed out on the chase.
Yeah, he did miss out on the
Yes.
chase. That's right.
By 1 point,
Yeah.
but Jeff Gordon took his spot.
Yep. Well, how did the rest of the field finish?
Well, I'm glad you asked. You're always on point. As you had Keselowski, Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin, Jimmy Johnson finished 4th. You had Carl Edwards and Martin Truex Jr., which has that one victory at Dover International Speedway all the way back in 2007.
Where he finished 8th?
Martin Truex 6th.
He finished 6th, okay.
Yes. 7th was Busch, and 8th was Hamlin.
All right. Well, that's
And
good.
as far as the points, how they shake out,
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson, he's not leading right now.
Hear that, Brooks?
He's only 5 points out.
He's still not
Yes,
leading.
he's still there. It's not the final race, so it really doesn't matter at this point. Keselowski's winning, as you mentioned. Jimmy Johnson 5 points back. Denny Hamlin third. Clint Boyer, which won this race last year in Talladega, so he's really excited. Last year he missed the chase, and it's a good racetrack for him.
So this is just the beginning of Jimmy Johnson's slide from.
I
from
never
the
said
top
that.
all
You
the
can
way
never
down.
count out Jimmy Johnson.
Second, second, and fourth. What's that?
That's his finishes the last 3 races.
Yeah, but he's in second place though.
Only 5 points back. As you have, like I said, Hamlin third, Boyer fourth, Stewart fifth, Kane sixth, Earnhardt Jr. seventh, Truex Jr. eighth, Harvick ninth, Gordon 10th, and he's back 48 points. It does not look like he's going to be able to compete for this chase.
Jeff Gordon's
Jeff
48 out of the
Gordon,
first. Okay.
Yes.
How was the attendance at Dover Downs? Was it up, down? Do you know?
I looked on TV, and they never released the stats.
That's not a good sign.
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to comment on that. If it was sold out, we'll say perhaps, but they won't tell you.
Yeah.
So I looked around. I wanted to know. I was curious, just like you were,
Right.
and it looked like a good crowd.
Good.
And I think that affordable pricing that they're trying to do now for the fans is really working out.
Yeah, they. We had guy
Brian
Centino
Centino on
a couple
from
weeks
Dover
ago.
National Speedway, and,
Right,
and they're
and-
trying to accommodate the fans in this tough economy.
Yeah, and I think they're doing a good job about it, and he's very knowledgeable. I liked him. I thought he did a really good job. So we'll have to get him back on for the June race for sure.
Right? Yeah, we'll work on that.
Yep. So what else you got? Anything else in NASCAR news?
Well,
you want to talk
the
about?
next race is a Good Sam Roadside Assistance 500 on Sunday at Talladega Speedway, and as I did mention, Clint Boyer is the reigning champion
Of Talladega.
of Talladega.
So he won the spring race there, or the earlier in the year race.
Well,
there.
he won the one last fall. In
Oh,
the
okay.
spring, he had Jimmy Johnson.
Okay. So he won this race last year. the
Yes,
fall
last
race.
year, yes.
Okay. All right. Now Talladega is a super speedway.
It is. It causes
High
a lot of
speeds.
wrecks.
Close to pushing 200 miles an hour.
Yes, that's why there's a lot of wrecks. People get impatient on that final lap. They want to win so badly that they'll wreck one another just so they get the win.
Now, what are you looking to see? Who are you looking to run strong at Talladega? Is it
Well,
still a restrictor plate race?
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yes,
okay.
that and Daytona are the only ones. The only two races.
So what are you looking for at Talladega?
Well, you have to look at Jimmy Johnson. He's been strong. You have to look at Jeff Gordon. Denny Hamlin's on fire with his crew chief, Darian Grubb. I don't know why Tony Stewart got rid of him, but that was a big mistake. So we'll just have to see. And,
I don't know anything about it, so I can't
okay.
comment on it. Sorry.
No, that's fine. But and we'll see how Kyle Busch reacts.
See how he comes back from
He
this.
comes back, yes. And like I said, he has a tough decision to make next year. But Joe Gibbs, he did this same scenario with Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin's contract expired 2013, but they resolved the issues early on, about a couple months ago.
Okay, so he's all signed.
And
he's
he's
coming
all
back with Joe
signed,
Gibbs.
sealed, and delivered, and FedEx is back for Denny Hamlin.
Signed, sealed, deliver with FedEx.
Yes.
That was pretty good.
Thank
You've been thinking about that one for a while.
No, I just came up with it.
Wow, all right. So, okay, so does that wrap it up for NASCAR?
Yeah, wraps up the racing part of it.
Let's talk about high school football.
Yes,
You know a little
and
bit
you
about
were
that,
there
too.
on Friday
I was
night.
there.
Really appreciate that.
Yeah.
You really helped us out, and it was a good game if you're a Sussex Central fan. If you're a Milford Buck fan,
Yeah.
not so good, as the
Yeah.
final score was 45-10.
They never scored anymore after I left. Wow.
No.
It was 31-10, I think, when I left at halftime.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Somewhere around there. And it was good. Milford came out their first drive. If you were to call the game by that first drive, I mean, they came down, they came out, they ran the ball.
Yes.
They passed. I mean, they marched straight down the field.
But then you have to
And
look
that
at
was
Coach
it.
John Wells, and he has 100 career victories in his 17th season.
Wow.
And he makes adjustments on the fly. So he's one of the best high school coaches. And once again, he proved it on Friday night.
Now, being up in the press box up there, you've got the visiting team on one end of it, and you got the home team on the other.
Correct.
So we were right in the middle, and we could hear what was going on with both sides there.
Right,
That was
yes.
pretty interesting.
It is interesting, yes.
So
As a lot of the press boxes, they're open. They don't have a closed door. There's only two press boxes that do that.
Really?
And that's Seaford and Laurel.
Okay. But I thought it was pretty interesting to be able to hear them, and you would hear Sussex Central. They knew what play was
Right,
coming. And
yes,
they
they did.
They have their headsets and they're
Mhm.
talking to the people on the field, and they're telling them what play's coming. This is what's coming. This is who's getting the ball. So I thought that was just really interesting to be.
It
able to
was.
observe.
It really was.
Yeah.
And Milford, they were trying to. They're on the other side, but they want to hear those plays too. But
Right.
you
Yeah.
just got to watch out. But
Yep.
yeah, Friday night. This Friday night, we have a big showdown in Georgetown. It's going to be the 3-1 Sussex Central Golden Knights, who only lost on the road at St. Mark's in week number 2, 7-0. And they're going to take on the Dover Senators, who are now 2-2. On Friday night, they defeated Smyrna on the road. And Carlton Brown, with all those high expectations, as last year they fell short in round number 2 against Middletown.
Well, explain to me, if you can, the conferences and what Milford and Sussex Central, are they in the same conference?
They are now.
Okay.
Now, next year, it really determined by enrollment.
Okay.
How many students that the high school has.
Okay.
And if, for example, if Milford had 989, I don't know what the cutoff is, but and you had your cutoff was 1,000, you separate Division I and Division II.
Okay.
And that's like next year.
Which
Milford's,
is the better division to be in?
Well, you would say more talent, but I guess it depends on who you ask. Most people will say the Henlopen North.
Okay.
You'll have the Caesar Rodneys, the Dovers, the Sussex Centrals, the Sussex Techs. You'll have the Cape Vikings, and also then your last team wavers between Milford and Polytech based on enrollment, and also Smyrna. I don't want to leave those out. That team out.
Okay. What in the Henlopen North? Who is
In the
looking,
Henlopen North, yes.
Who is looking to be the strongest team? So
Well,
far?
you have Sussex Central. 5 of the last 6 years have been the Henlopen North champions. So you can't rule them out. Their only year they did not win was in 2009 when Bill Collick and Desmond Civils was there. And Desmond Civils was probably one of the best running backs ever to come out of the state of Delaware.
Wow. And you had a special guest stop by in the booth.
Yes, you were there. That's
Yeah, I
what
was
we.
there. Yeah.
That's what I was
Now
mentioning.
tell
Well, I
us about
appreciate
him.
you
Who is
better.
Who was he? The guy that stopped by the booth that plays for the Cincinnati Reds?
Oh, yes. I thought you were talking about yourself, but you're
No,
a
not
special
me.
guest coming. But yeah,
No.
but like I said, I did appreciate you being there and everything, and
Thank you.
hopefully
I
you
appreciate
can
being there. It was fun.
stop
Good.
by another game. But
Sure.
yeah, they had Theo Bow.
Theo Bow.
And Theo Bow
From Milford.
Yes, out of Milford. He played baseball
Mhm.
for the Milford Bucks baseball team, and he had a tough decision the same year that Derek Gibson came out a couple years ago, as he had a scholarship to Delaware State University, but he was drafted in the late rounds, I think like 22nd or something like that in those later rounds, and he really wanted to play baseball, so he elected to sign a contract. And he's been playing for Delano DeShields in the Cincinnati Reds organization. Delano DeShields, I think everybody in Seaford and Bridgeville should know who he is.
Right.
As he's been one of the best, I think, athletes to come out of Seaford. As he played professional
Maybe
baseball.
one of the best to come out of Delaware, especially
Correct,
in the
yes.
recent years.
Former first-round draft pick of the Montreal Expos, right out of high school from Seaford. And he was just a phenomenal player. Also played with the Dodgers, the Cardinals, and he has a son, Delano DeShields Jr., who's playing in the minor leagues with the Houston Astros. But getting back to Bo, it's really a good story
Now, where
that you're
is he
having.
playing? I know he's playing for the Reds in
In
single
Class
team?
A, yes, in the Class A for the Cincinnati Reds. And I asked him, I said, what would it be like to play for Dusty Baker? And he said it would be a special moment for him. And
Yeah.
you never know, in a couple years, he could be promoted very fast, as I believe he said he was leading in steals, I think, for his team.
Okay, he did say he was the fastest on his team.
Yes, he did, because I asked him, could Delano DeShields outrun him, and he said no.
Well, he said he's never seen him run.
Well, yes, that's why I said that. Yeah.
So, okay, now, where did you say he's playing? Where's the team that he plays for?
Single A. He's, I believe it's for the Mustangs.
Mustangs, and is that in Ohio, or is that?
I believe it's, I think it's Ohio, yes.
Okay.
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Okay, so next game coming up this Friday,
This
Sussex
Friday,
Central.
7 o'clock pregame, 7:30 start time. As once again, it's the 3-1 Sussex Central Golden Knights locking up against the 2-2 Dover Senators, and it's I think the marquee matchup, as I think whoever wins will win the conference.
So they can go to sfmsports.net.
Correct.
Listen to it there. Actually, you can go right to catchitlive.com.
Right.
And click right on sfmsports.net. We've got your logo on there.
Oh,
And
okay.
you can go right through and listen to it online.
Right, and if you don't listen on Friday night and you want to listen maybe, we'll say on Monday, when I got back on Friday night, it was posted, I think, about 12 o'clock.
Okay.
So you could listen to the game. If you didn't listen to Milford and Sussex Central, you go to the website and listen to the podcast. So that's a great feature from sfmsports.net.
All right, great. Well, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back. We're going to talk to Cher Valenzuela. She is the Republican candidate for Lieutenant
Governor, yes,
Right.
opposing Matt Den.
Opposing Matt Den, yes. So we're going to talk to her when we come right back. So you want to get us out of here with your Spinning Wheels Racing Report?
You've been listening to the Spinning Wheels Racing Report.
All right, thanks.
Picnic tables? Don, they're not picnic tables today. We're talking about these Adirondack chairs. They got to get out of here. So here's the deal. They were like $100 a piece. Right now, I'm selling them for $75. 2 for $100. They're available at Wellers in Ellendale or Bridgeville. They got to go.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here, and you know, I always get asked, do you have any used trailers? Today is your lucky day. I got a brand new 6x10 enclosed trailer at a used trailer price. $21.47 gets you a brand new 6x10 enclosed at Wellers in Ellendale or Bridgeville.
Atlantic Aluminum Products in Greenwood, Delaware wants you to know that if you've been waiting for the best time to purchase a sunroom, screen room, or replacement windows, now is the best time.
My wife and I just had a great experience. They met all of our expectations. Can't say enough about the service.
The final price that we were given was the exact price that was estimated.
We're very happy with our sunroom. We use it every day. We don't know why we didn't make up our mind to do it sooner.
Stop waiting. Start living. Call Atlantic Aluminum Products today for a free estimate.
Howdy, howdy, everybody. Jim Weller here from Wellers in Ellendale and Bridgeville, talking to you about these energy-efficient eye heaters. They operate on literally pennies a day. So if you need a heater, this is the deal. We're the same price as the internet. They start at $279. Plus, we don't have any sales tax or shipping. Come get them.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Products in Greenwood, Delaware wants you to know that if you've been waiting for the best time to purchase a sunroom, screen room, or replacement windows, now is the best time.
My wife and I just had a great experience. They met all of our expectations. Can't say enough about the service.
The final price that we were given was the exact price that was estimated.
We're very happy with our sunroom. We use it every day. We don't know why we didn't make up our mind to do it sooner.
Stop waiting. Start living. Call Atlantic Aluminum Products today for a free
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here from Weller's in Ellendale and Bridgeville. Just letting you know, if you need a deal on a landscape trailer, I got brand new 5x8 landscape trailers for $597.50. The best price on the Delmarva Peninsula, available at Weller's and Weller's.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here from Weller's in Ellendale and Bridgeville with an unbelievable deal on some Quality S Class 3 and Class 4 receiver hitches. They've been sitting around way too long and I want to get rid of them, so here's the deal. If I got one to fit your vehicle, they're $57.50 each. Get them while I got them.
Atlantic Aluminum Products in Greenwood, Delaware wants you to know that if you've been waiting for the best time to purchase a sunroom, screen room, or replacement windows, now is the best time.
My wife and I just had a great experience. They met all of our expectations. Can't say enough about the service.
The final price that we were given was the exact price that was estimated.
We're very happy with our sunroom. We use it every day. We don't know why we didn't make up our mind to do it sooner.
Stop waiting. Start living. Call Atlantic Aluminum Products today for a free estimate.
Hey everybody, it's me again, Jim Weller from Weller's in Ellendale and Bridgeville, and I'd like to let you know I sell flags. 3x5 flags. We've got many, many, many to choose from. $9.97. Again, available at both locations, Ellendale or Bridgeville. Come see us soon. Hey everybody, we're back, catchitlive.com. We are live here at Jimmy's Grill. I do want to mention there's still some spaghetti left. All you can eat.
You didn't eat it all?
I didn't eat it all.
I thought during that last segment you were just...
and then I thought Jack Riddle was going to eat it all.
Oh, okay.
But he didn't. So anyway, we're going to introduce our next guest. Did you have spaghetti?
I didn't, but I can understand why everybody would want that.
Did you have one of the rolls?
No, I did not.
They are fantastic.
I bet they are. I saw it.
Yep.
I saw it going like hotcakes, and it should.
Yep. And speaking of hotcakes,
they have good hotcakes. Are
very good hotcakes too.
Sheriff Valenzuela.
Sheriff Valenzuela, going to run for lieutenant governor. Going to be involved. Going to be embracing. Going to be engaging. Going to make a difference.
Going to be the next.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is our local superstar.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Big
appreciate
speech
that.
at the Republican National Convention.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was amazing.
That was amazing.
How did that all work out? How did you get to make that speech?
You know, I'm still trying to figure that out because what was most exciting is it put Delaware on the map.
Yeah.
And we've been, you know, there's been a yawn attached to Delaware. If you're in, you know, a citizen here for any length of time, one party rule gets boring. I don't care what party it is. And so the idea that we got engaged at that level for reasons that I'm still figuring out landed in my email in basket one morning. It was only about 2 weeks before the actual convention. And I thought it was a joke. I was trying to figure out who was playing a trick on me. And, you know, quickly found out that it wasn't. And they were so open to letting us tell our story of whatever it is we felt strongly about in Delaware. So they didn't try to manage that. What you heard me sharing that night was what I shared with them when they asked me to send my thoughts.
Wow.
Very open, very open. I'm very impressed with that campaign.
Well, that's good. That's good. They didn't try to shape what you were saying
I thought they were
I guess your message was good.
Well, no, I found out that they did that with everybody.
Really?
And you had people that were very surprised, much more experienced than I was at speaking on a national platform.
Mm-hmm.
And they were saying that it was amazing to them the freedom with which a national campaign was giving them the liberty to share their thoughts, unadulterated, unedited, you know, without being managed. So apparently it was a theme.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And have you ever spoke nationally before?
No. I'm from Milford.
Were you nervous?
We live here. You know something? I think it was because of the way it was handled. There was so much going on. That's true. It was a different world, and it really is a different world when you're at that level. But there was like a bubble of peace that I could say I was very much aware of, and I felt very much could feel. I've not ever been to a convention. Have you guys been to a convention?
I've not.
You could really see Delaware. I mean, all I could see is Delaware has its signs above,
Delaware delegates?
The Delaware delegates.
Wow.
And they were, to me, they were prominent in the room. So I was speaking to home.
Really?
Yeah, it's like speaking to family, and that's what I felt like you saw there that night, the level of comfort based on that.
How does a person get to go to that? Like, say, I wanted to go, not speak. Well, I could speak if they needed me to, but just like, can anybody go to something like that?
You get involved. No, you
Okay.
could now. Now a convention, yeah, you can get involved. Now as a delegate, to get more involved, to be actually on the floor and representing your state, you get involved in your district meetings, and the delegates are chosen out of the state party.
Okay.
But as far as people, this year the security was so tight that it was very difficult to find your way into the convention. So if you saw it from TV and you saw some empty seats, it wasn't because people weren't trying to, that weren't interested in being there. They actually had lines waiting, but you couldn't get through security.
Wow.
I don't know if it was that way for the DNC, but it was definitely that way in Florida, yeah.
So had I went, there might have been a security problem.
I think they might have let you in.
They said, who is this guy?
And why is he bringing all this stuff in with his name on it?
Wait, he's selling everything.
Handing out wooden nickels all over the place.
There has to be a story here, right?
Well, what I'm wondering is, you're a wife, a mother, a business lady. I just have to ask, why would you want to take the time to get involved in politics?
Yeah, isn't that the resume we need that you just cited? I looked at that, and last year, we get involved as citizens. We do our duty as citizens. And last year, at the end of the year, we looked for who we were going to be voting for at the top of the ticket. And we get behind it as a business, too.
Right.
And we recognized, it was kind of a surprise to me. I looked and said, and like a lot of people I'm finding, looked at it and said, wait a minute, there's nobody running. And I felt like that was wrong to the citizens of Delaware, for one thing. Everybody should have a choice. I mean, our systems were based on checks and balances. And if we only are offering one choice, we don't get the option of choosing in a way that creates checks and balances.
There's no check and no balance.
There is none. And that's why, no matter what it is, one-party rule. We've been 24 years. One-party rule, Democrat ruled in Delaware. And if it was one-party rule, Republican ruled in Delaware, you still have the outcome. There's a stifling sound. It limits creativity. It leads to cronyism. It leads to corruption. It leads to, in this case, literally a good old boy network. And you saw, I did, when I looked at that and said, wait a minute, there's also something wrong here. There's no woman at the table. And I mean, I looked at that was a surprise to me too. Because women, if you're a mom, if you're a woman, if you're a successful business person, you bring a balance to the creative thought process, the policy making, the ways in which our communities are built are based on, women. And if you're not bringing that to the table, and by the way, we're not bringing it to the table, it was something that needed to be addressed. So I brought that resume to the table. And we have 2 special needs kids. If you've navigated through the maze of education as the parent of a typical child, it's one thing and it's hard. If you're doing that with special ed students, you're really at a disadvantage, and we were able to do that successfully. I think you bring that to the table too.
So not only children, but 2 special needs children.
Right.
So that's a lot of work in itself.
Yeah, well, we have three sons.
Okay.
And our middle son was born with autism, and that was the impetus for starting our business. We really just needed to pay for the experts, that would help us pass the prognosis. And the experts, quote unquote, said that he would never read, write, or communicate effectively. And we didn't buy that headline. And we're believers in prayer, so we combined our faith with what we were able to generate in an income with 1 sewing machine in our garage. That was 15 years ago, and now Simon is a first-year student at the University of Delaware. Actually, just started his 2nd year. And we employ 70 people in an international business that's successful in creating jobs in our community and keeping those dollars in Delaware.
Right in Milford.
Right in Milford, right.
Milford,
And
Delaware.
That's just I think that's just the American spirit
It
there,
is.
that you're faced with a problem. What can I do about it? Well,
Right.
let me go do something about it. Let's
Right.
not rely on somebody else.
Exactly.
Let's go do something about it.
Yeah, we did
And-
build it.
Yeah, you did build it, right.
She didn't turn to the government. She turned to her inner, what's that? Inner
faith.
fortitude,
Yeah,
or whatever
you know,
that is.
Gumption meets adversity
Mhm.
is the American dream made real. And all of us have a reason. I'll tell you what, our reason was Simon, our son. And I don't know if we would have had the guts, because it takes so much in the way of courage to start a small business.
does. It's-
in a good economy.
Yeah.
And you've got people prevailing in a bad economy, but you're risking everything.
Mhm.
In our case, and most every other case that I know, we risked our house for a loan that took us past our first finish line. But you're risking everything, and you're doing it on purpose, and you're risking every day, you know, and you do too, the possibility of rejection. You put it on your plate on purpose. Well, what are the odds of that you would do this on purpose? And risk everything to do it? That's not normal.
And get to work 80 to 100 hours a week.
Yeah, you get to find out what
For
it's
no
like
overtime.
and you keep on saying to yourself, why am I doing this?
And possibly no paycheck.
That's right.
If it's not good, you got to
Possibly
pay
no
your
paycheck,
employees.
and might lose your house.
Yeah.
You always have to pay those employees.
That's good motivation, though, isn't it?
It's very motivating. You sleep with your eyes open. And, you know, but the thing is, that fuels our economy. Now, that is really amazing when you think about it. That equation, which defies understanding, small businesses create more than 70% of the jobs, fuels the engine that runs the economy in America. And that's why it's so important that we create the climate that allows that to grow. Because it's going to affect the fuel, which is what we're seeing now.
So let's get to that, the climate.
Yeah.
How do we change the climate? How do we make it more business friendly? And
Right.
how do we do that in Delaware?
Yeah, you change the leadership. You've got to, you know, it's the way
Change the mindset.
You change the solutions that are offered by leaders, because you're going to see every department that's flowing out of. I don't care whether you run a business or you're running a family. It's all about leadership. And if something's not working, you don't tinker with the kids. You look at the leadership. You don't tinker with the employees. You look at the management of the business and the ownership. The same is true with government. I think government is. Obviously, it's essential. Our founding fathers knew that. But you cannot run a country with bureaucracy. It was never meant to be government laden. It was meant to be a partnering, in our case, with free enterprise. And we have the beauty of free speech and the beauty of freedom of the press. And when we make it bureaucratic laden, now we're too top heavy. We see this in our schools. And it's the same thing. You know, we see it in our legal system, bureaucratic laden. When you got to unravel that and insert common sense, business-oriented philosophy, then you can work very well and effectively with government. And that's where you affect change underneath. So we've got to create, in our case in business, regulation, tax-driven, 44th in the country for small business friendly. Can we do better? All we have to do, if you're a business owner, you're going to look at who's doing well and why are they doing it. We don't have to recreate a wheel here. We know that regulations and taxes create the environment where businesses are either going to want to go or going to die.
Right.
You know, we've got
Or give
problems
up.
now. Exactly.
Like if you get elected here,
Yes.
how does a
When?
person do that? When?
Yeah.
When you
When
get
you get
elected?
elected.
I love
How many
it.
days after you're elected?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, we've already been working on this. I've actually worked with the state in two administrations, and I've worked with Governor Markell, I've worked with Governor Minner in creating a business-friendly environment in terms of creating measurable success for businesses and entrepreneurs. I actually wrote a book about it, and a shameless plug, you can get it at growusapress.com. But
What's the name of the book?
it's called The World's Best Customer.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
the world's best customer, which in our case and other businesses, I highly recommend the government as a customer. It is the biggest customer in the world, so you
Okay.
should have it on your customer
They spend the most
list.
amount of money.
Well, you want them to buy it
Plenty of
at the
money.
best product, at the best price, because who's paying for that?
Me.
You. So would it not make sense that you're selling things, if you're a business owner, at the best price to whoever's buying it, which is, by the way, that close the loop, you.
Right.
And this is the way that I think we create the new economy, because small businesses create the majority of jobs. Small businesses should call the biggest customer in the world their customer. They are managing that customer and paying for it. It makes sense. So it's called the world's best customer, but we actually signed into a public-private partnership with Delaware State University last May. And this is for the Small Business Accelerator. We've been working on this for years. It finally came into fruition. And it's called First State Moves the Nation. It is already gaining national success in terms of attention. The Small Business Administration is calling it radical. And it is a model that for you, let me just point out, Jim, you want to sell this table to the government or to anybody in the commercial arena. You'll be able to access a fingerprinted plan for access to capital, marketplace intelligence, workforce development, regulatory licensing issues, government contracting success, proposal writing support. And it's all under one roof, no cost, low cost resources that who's paying for those resources?
Me.
You. You ought
So
to
now
be
I get to use them.
Intelligent consumer, you should be. And so this is the solution we're bringing in, common sense oriented, years in the making, finally available to be delivered, and I want to do that as Lieutenant Governor as well.
Wow.
And you're not opposed to working with Democrats or
We have
independents
to.
or anybody
We bring them
else?
to the table on purpose. Everybody, it's not about a party line.
Right.
I say it's not about a D, an I, or an R after your name. If you have a J-O-B, it really matters right now.
Right.
And if we're not creating jobs, our communities are dying. And we can't have a healthy state without one healthy community next to another. And they are occupied by all parties, all faiths, all people. And we better learn to work better together. And we're at a time when we need to do that.
Wow. So this could happen very quickly.
Oh, it's happening now.
It's happening now.
As we speak, that the portal is being built.
Okay.
It's accessible in a virtual capacity, so whatever you're selling, it'll be available to you in a thumbprint map that'll take you to the straightest line past your what now, what next need. You can see I've been working on this for years because I've been. This is my
Do you have any
baby.
charts or graphs with you?
Yeah, I want to get you guys a book because you'll see this, and that's where it lands on the accelerator. But the idea being that anybody can do that, and the portal is being worked on right now. I had calls about it today. Should be available to every business early 2013, early next year. And then you also have an on-site capability where you have proposal writing support, networking, educational opportunities, and that'll be in the facility located in Milford. Very exciting.
This is exciting.
And that is exciting. That's
this is
great.
the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, and measurable success. So if you want to sell more tables to the government or to your commercial customer, you're going to learn if whether you got your goal met or not. If not, we go back until you do. So this isn't just like, try this.
And once I meet the goal, can I increase it again?
You should.
Okay.
I know you will.
Right.
Just add a zero to it every time I get there. Say one more zero.
So we're getting ready to take a quick break.
We're going to take a break?
Yep, and we're going to come back. We're going to come back and talk to you a little bit more.
All right.
And so, Brooks, we ready? We'll be right back.
Tables. Don, they're not picnic tables today. We're talking about these Adirondack chairs. They got to get out of here. So here's the deal. They were like $100 a piece. Right now, I'm selling them for $75. 2 for $100. They're available at Weller's in Ellendale or Bridgeville. They got to go.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here, and I always get asked, do you have any used trailers? Today is your lucky day. I got a brand new 6x10 enclosed trailer at a used trailer price. $21.47 gets you a brand new 6x10 enclosed at Weller's in Ellendale or Bridgeville.
Atlantic Aluminum Products in Greenwood, Delaware wants you to know that if you've been waiting for the best time to purchase a sunroom, screen room, or replacement windows, now is the best time.
My wife and I just had a great experience. They met all of our expectations. Can't say enough about the service.
The final price that we were given was the exact price that was estimated.
We're very happy with our sunroom. We use it every day. We don't know why we didn't make up our mind to do it sooner.
Stop waiting. Start living. Call Atlantic Aluminum Products today for a free estimate.
Howdy, howdy, everybody. Jim Weller here from Weller's in Ellendale and Bridgeville, talking to you about these energy-efficient eye heaters. They operate on literally pennies a day. So if you need a heater, this is the deal. We're the same price as the internet. They start at $279. Plus, we don't have any sales tax or shipping. Come get them.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here from Wellers in Ellendale and Bridgeville. Just letting you know, if you need a deal on a landscape trailer, I got brand new 5x8 landscape trailers for $597.50. The best price on the Delmarva Peninsula, available at Wellers and Wellers.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here from Wellers in Ellendale and Bridgeville with an unbelievable deal on some quality S Class 3 and Class 4 receiver hitches. They've been sitting around way too long and I want to get rid of them, so here's the deal. If I got one to fit your vehicle, they're $57.50 each. Get them while I got them.
Atlantic Aluminum Products in Greenwood, Delaware wants you to know that if you've been waiting for the best time to purchase a sunroom, screen room, or replacement windows, now is the best time.
My wife and I just had a great experience. They met all of our expectations. Can't say enough about the service.
The final price that we were given was the exact price that was estimated.
We're very happy with our sunroom. We use it every day. We don't know why we didn't make up our mind to do it sooner.
Stop waiting. Start living. Call Atlantic Aluminum Products today for a free estimate.
Hey everybody, it's me again, Jim Weller from Wellers in Ellendale and Bridgeville, and I'd like to let you know I sell flags. 3x5 flags. We've got many to choose from. $9.97. Again, available at both locations, Ellendale or Bridgeville. Come see us soon.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Atlantic Aluminum Products in Greenwood, Delaware wants you to know that if you've been waiting for the best time to purchase a sunroom, screen room, or replacement windows, now is the best time.
My wife and I just had a great experience. They met all of our expectations. Can't say enough about the service.
The final price that we were given was the exact price that was estimated.
We're very happy with our sunroom. We use it every day. We don't know why we didn't make up our mind to do it sooner.
Stop waiting. Start living. Call Atlantic Aluminum Products today for a free estimate.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller, Colin
Colin
Walls,
Walls.
Cher Valenzuela.
Very
You're
good.
getting it.
Very good. I've
Very
been practicing all day.
good.
I was thinking of
Been in front of the mirror
Valentine's
all
Day.
day.
Valenzuela.
That's
Very
important.
good. I'm kind of excited. You have a lot of energy, a lot of ideas. This is encouraging. This is like
Yeah.
a breath of fresh air blowing through the county, in other words, or I guess through the whole
Through the
state,
state,
in other
yeah.
words.
Yeah. Well, we needed something else.
So we needed something because the air was getting stale. So anyway,
That's what
some
we're
new
talking
air.
about. We're talking about, you know,
Yep.
my husband reminded me of this. It takes a woman sometimes to clean up a mess.
Mhm.
So we can do that. We've got.
I'm gonna let you
I
say
got
that.
on my resume.
Women are much better at it than men.
Yeah.
Women are good at that. That's right.
More detail oriented.
Yeah,
More
and
detail-oriented.
At the same time, big picture oriented. You know, it's a combination of what works.
So tell us more. What else do we need to know?
Well, here's
tell-
something.
Okay.
I was going to, and
Go ahead.
but I don't want to interrupt your question.
Oh, that's okay. I don't want to interrupt yours.
Well, last year, you mentioned earlier about we've been doing this officially since January.
Okay.
But last year, it's interesting the way that this kind of came about. We gathered, my business and partners and I, we looked at this and said, you know, we could be doing more in our state as business leaders, as leaders in our communities. Why don't we come together and have a, you know, a meeting, a conference of sorts among ourselves and gather in leaders from government, had nothing to do with party, it crossed every line. Government, churches, family, business, let's see what the others were, media, and we just came together and said, what can we be doing different in terms of leaders to build our communities and grow our state? And we even named it. We just were bubbling one day and we said, First State Moves. We'll call it First State Moves. We convened for the first time in Rehoboth at the Boardwalk Hotel for 2 days, and again at Dover Downs.
Good choice, Boardwalk Hotel.
Boardwalk Hotel,
Good
everybody
choice.
had to come.
Right.
We had to come. We were there for 2 days. At that point, we said no. We knew that we needed, we came up with several, and the Department of Labor Secretary was there. We had a lot of representation. And we just said what we need to do is we knew we needed to create an environment for business because that churned, as we said earlier, every aspect of every community. Said that we wanted to create an accelerator, and we had already had some ideas about that. We took that into motion, ended up getting a grant to promote a feasibility study for that. Out of that, I met my campaign manager, who was simply coming together as a leader representing education. And we, you know, formed this unique alliance out of First State Moves. When we turned the corner and said, why not us? Why not me to run for this office? And then it kind of morphed out of that whole movement that took place last year into something that actually had more of a measurable impact on actual government. And so it's interesting how you don't know when you're moving to a different place in life, but yet you look back and go, that was on purpose without being planned.
Right.
You know? We don't know we have no idea what's going on when we put our feet in the ground in the morning.
That's true. That's true. But it's all good.
It's all good. It's all important. And it's all part of a bigger plan.
How do people get a hold of you?
Oh, thank you for asking that. By the way, if anybody's interested in the accelerator, you can go to First State Moves the Nation, First, F-I-R-S-T, movesthenation.com, find out more about that, and sign up as a business leader or business that is in existence or wants to become one to get more information. They can find out more about who we are and what we're running on, all the platform issues in business, education, and security. We didn't have a chance to talk about crime control. Much on the minds of people today. At Share 2012, SHER 2012.com.
So that's the best website to get a hold of you. Share.
That's my headquarters. 2012.com website. Yes.
Wow. And what is like the most meaningful thing you've learned during this campaign so far? Like what? Let me rephrase it. What is the thing that you're finding is the most common thread that everybody would like to see different? In other words, not just generically the economy, but just what is the biggest thing on everybody's mind in your experience talking to people?
It's been very interesting. In Delaware, you have 3 counties. You can actually cover what people are thinking. I don't know how they do it in Texas.
Okay.
You can touch everybody in a state just by doing this every day on purpose and going to every pocket, every city, every small town, and you get a slice, a representation of what people are feeling. You could say official polling, first-person polling.
Do all 3 counties want the same thing?
In essence, yeah, but in a different manner. You know, you've got such a slice of life when you see what's different between Sussex, Heartland, Kent, and upstate, you know, demographics. But at the end of the day, people are worried about their communities. And they're worried about them in ways that are very common denominator driven.
Like what way?
They're from Greenwood to Greenville, they're worried about crime. I mean, we did not have home invasions. We did not have the increase in, I'd say, desperate-driven crime.
What do you think it's caused? It's the economy?
The economy.
Yeah.
I also think it's a bigger conversation. We could look at the deterioration of society over a period of time that has driven many parents into 2-parent working families because they could not sustain the family budget with one parent, and say that's the first step towards something that began to deteriorate our homes, our families. Divorce rates start going up. Teachers start taking the place of parent instead
Just
of educator. Incremental, slippery slope we go down, and at the end of all of it, the economic engine drives the beginning and the end of the solution. We put more money back into the pockets of the taxpayers, the people that can make a choice to stay at home and raise their families and keep marriage intact, and decrease the celebration of dependency that we're driven toward at this point in time. I'll give
Dependency on the government.
It's a sad thing. I went to I was going to say a celebration, but it was a commemoration of the food bank expansion in Milford.
Okay.
Now, am I happy? Are you happy that we can feed people in a time when people need help? Yes. Is it a celebration? It's a tragedy. And we should be talking about how people are putting food on their table, not celebrating the increase of the ability to do that for people. And yet it was actually billed in some way, shape, or form as feeding tomorrow's leaders. There's something tragic in the idea that we need to feed any leader, and the idea that we're not looking at this as an opportunity to dramatically turn the tide back to when people can put food on their own table.
They're gearing up more to just be able to feed people instead of feed them opportunity and enthusiasm.
A celebration of dependency. We've got to turn the tide back towards self-sufficiency.
Because if we're excited about doing it, then people get excited about receiving it.
Right, and
then,
you know, which is dishonoring to people, because nobody celebrates dependency as a human being, or in the human spirit, does long to be free. And none of us feel successful when we go home having had to find a way to put food on our table versus being able to do that ourselves.
But as far as the food bank is concerned, that's what they're charged with doing, is feeding, and that's just what they do.
And they're trying to grow it.
And they are, and I'm not putting that down. I'm saying that we need to look at this and say a discussion needs to take place where we're calling this a tragedy, and at the same time we take care of our own.
And it would be great if we could totally eliminate the need of the food bank.
Of course we must. We have to. We're not celebrating soup kitchens.
Right.
Right. There's a big difference between a handout and a handup.
Absolutely.
In other words, and I think we're putting too many emphasis on a handout.
Right.
Instead of helping people with a hand up. And what happens is, if people continually go in this direction, they become despaired.
Right.
Well, I think
in other words, they start not even believing in themselves, that there's not even a chance that they can get beyond this.
We're at generations now.
We are.
Correct.
Of handouts.
That they'd rather win it, at the slots,
play the lottery,
or in a lawsuit or something like, instead of earn it.
Exactly. My outcome comes from out there instead of in here. And we can shift this, but we're at a tilting place right now. We're a couple points away from generations that have even been, educated on how to become dependent. And to break that cycle, we're here now. It's a tipping point of a couple points of those that are receiving some form of government assistance, good when you need it, and absolutely there as essential we remain. But in terms of saying we are now at a place where the majority are receiving that and the minority are paying for it, it's an equation that's, you see what's happening in other countries. We can take that, we can take the lead on what we're seeing around the world and know we're heading toward that, the greatest nation on earth heading toward that, or we can stop it now and turn the tide.
Well, I say let's stop it now and turn the tide.
I do too.
A lot of opportunity in new tide. There is a lot of new growth, a lot of new everything. Yep, I agree. Again, how do people get a hold of you?
Share2012.com.
Now, if they wanted to donate, can they do that on that
website? Please do so every day, every minute.
Are you still allowed to take donations?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. You can donate up to $1,200 as a voting individual, households,
so $1,200 a day at one time?
One time.
Okay.
But please do so, because here we are. The final lap is coming around the corner.
A statewide campaign is very expensive to run, especially against an incumbent.
Right.
And it's
And we have one party rule too. We have to educate people. We are allowed to run on separate tickets here. So individually you run, and quite frequently that has happened in Delaware.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about that. How we could actually have a Democrat governor and a Republican lieutenant governor, and we've had that happen before.
Or vice versa.
Right, or vice versa.
And it's worked in Delaware in the past, and it can work today. And whatever the people choose will work for Delaware.
What question? Oh, twice it's happened before. Okay. Shadow producer. He shadow produces for everybody.
He does.
Matt Opalewski.
He does. Very intelligent man.
He is. So What does, in Delaware, what does a lieutenant governor actually do?
Well,
typically?
I like that you're asking me that question, because the fact that it isn't understood shows that there's an opportunity to change that. If there's ever been an opportunity to change something that's token into something that's measurable and effective, let's look again at best practices. In Delaware, it has not been as effective as it could be. In New Jersey, we've got a female lieutenant governor who's actually overseeing, and this makes me happy every time I say it, the red tape cutting department.
Wow.
She's directly supporting the governor in terms of economic development, and they're eliminating job-killing regulations one at a time on a prioritized basis.
Wow.
Every new regulation that's considered is eliminated before it hits the floor if it doesn't meet the criteria. And they report to the people in terms of what's changing in the measurable way. So
Wow.
we've got best practices that just our neighbor right over here
And
is employing.
if New Jersey can do it, because I would say,
Come on.
yeah,
I mean,
that's
come on.
that's some serious government interference
When
over
did
there.
we think we would be able to talk about New Jersey as a best practice? If
Yep.
we can do it there, we can do it here.
Yeah.
We can. We're capable. Have you ever
Absolutely.
seen the movie Dave?
No, I haven't. I've heard of it, but I've not seen it.
Okay, it's about a guy that looks like the president, and then the president dies, and they put this guy in charge, and he goes in there, and they have all these meetings. They got to cut the budget.
Is
And-
this new?
No, it's actually been around for a while.
I gotta
It's-
look that
It's
up.
really good, because one of the things they're spending $50 million a year on making people feel good about a car that they've already bought.
Okay.
And he's like, we can cut
Sounds
this, we
familiar,
can cut
doesn't it?
this, and stuff like that. In
It's
other words, he's like,
insanity.
yeah, that's what it is. It's
It
insanity,
is.
in other
we got
words.
a
So
lot of that going on right
mhm.
now.
It's almost contagious.
We
So,
gotta, we gotta get rid of that virus.
I agree. So, well, I'm excited for you. I think this is rather encouraging. I've enjoyed having you on the
Thank
show.
you.
Thank you for your time.
Very much appreciate the time.
Anything else you want to say?
Thank you, Sherry.
To our large audience out there?
Yeah,
we're
you know
not
what?
over 1,000 people yet. But
I
we're working on it.
imagine a large group of people, though, when we're talking, because it's your show. And
Okay.
it's America we're here.
It is America, and it's Sussex County.
You're asking me where I'm going to be tomorrow.
Where are you
I don't
gonna
know
be
where I'm
tomorrow?
going to be in 5 minutes. I don't know, because every day is a blur. But you can find it on the website. That way you can stay in tune. And
You must know
Facebook.
where she's going to be tomorrow.
Is that how you know
Stay
where
on
you're going to be? You go to your website. Oh,
no,
I'm
I
going to be
actually
here
get a
tomorrow.
little closer to home.
Oh,
We have
okay.
effective managers working with us, thank God.
All
You've got a
Because
good
it's
team
blur.
around you.
Yeah, and you
other
know
words.
what I would share in our final thoughts is, I love the fact that we represent the average American. We represent the average Delawarean. And we go back to what we started with. I'm a mom, I'm a woman, I'm a business owner, and we bring that. I'm not an Ivy League educated background kind of person that comes from a silver spoon in my mouth. We're the average Delawarean, and we represent that, and that's where we stay when we're elected. We remain right there,
Well, very
building
good.
communities.
That's what we need.
That's what we need.
All right. Well, congratulations, and
Thank
I'm
you.
excited. And thanks for being on the show.
Thank
We're going to
you,
take a
Jim.
commercial break.
Yep.
And in just a minute, we're going to have Jeff Craig
Jeff
on.
Craig. He's running for governor.
Running
you know
for
him,
governor.
I think, don't you?
About that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, he
So
is.
we'll be
Working
right
with
back.
good people.
Share2012.com.
That's right.
Yeah,
Thank you so
very
much.
good.
Back.
Picnic tables? Don, they're not picnic tables today. We're talking about these Adirondack chairs. They got to get out of here. So here's the deal. They were like $100 a piece. Right now, I'm selling them for $75. 2 for $100. They're available at Weller's in Ellendale or Bridgeville. They got to go.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here, and you know, I always get asked, do you have any used trailers? Today is your lucky day. I got a brand new 6x10 enclosed trailer at a used trailer price. $21.47 gets you a brand new 6x10 enclosed at Weller's in Ellendale or Bridgeville.
Atlantic Aluminum Products in Greenwood, Delaware wants you to know that if you've been waiting for the best time to purchase a sunroom, screen room, or replacement windows, now is the best time.
My wife and I just had a great experience. They met all of our expectations. Can't say enough about the service.
The final price that we were given was the exact price that was estimated.
We're very happy with our sunroom. We use it every day. We don't know why we didn't make up our mind to do it sooner.
Stop waiting. Start living. Call Atlantic Aluminum Products today for a free estimate.
Howdy, howdy, everybody. Jim Weller here from Weller's in Ellendale and Bridgeville, talking to you about these energy-efficient eye heaters. They operate on literally pennies a day. So if you need a heater, this is the deal. We're the same price as the internet. They start at $279. Plus, we don't have any sales tax or shipping. Come get them.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here from Weller's in Ellendale and Bridgeville. Just letting you know, if you need a deal on a landscape trailer, I got brand new 5x8 landscape trailers for $597.50. The best price on the Delmarva Peninsula, available at Weller's and Weller's.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here from Weller's in Ellendale and Bridgeville with an unbelievable deal on some quality S Class 3 and Class 4 receiver hitches. They've been sitting around way too long and I want to get rid of them, so here's the deal. If I got one to fit your vehicle, they're $57.50 each. Get them while I got them.
Atlantic Aluminum Products in Greenwood, Delaware wants you to know that if you've been waiting for the best time to purchase a sunroom, screen room, or replacement windows, now is the best time.
My wife and I just had a great experience. They met all of our expectations. Can't say enough about the service.
The final price that we were given was the exact price that was estimated.
We're very happy with our sunroom. We use it every day. We don't know why we didn't make up our mind to do it sooner.
Stop waiting. Start living. Call Atlantic Aluminum Products today for a free estimate.
Hey everybody, it's me again, Jim Weller from Weller's in Ellendale and Bridgeville, and I'd like to let you know I sell flags. 3x5 flags. We've got many to choose from. $9.97. Again, available at both locations, Ellendale or Bridgeville. Come see us soon.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
What are we saying about these picnic tables?
Don, they're not picnic tables today. We're talking about these Adirondack chairs. They got to get out of here. So here's the deal. They were like $100 a piece. Right now, I'm selling them for $75. 2 for $100. They're available at Weller's in Ellendale or Bridgeville. They got to go.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here, and you know, I always get asked, do you have any used trailers? Today is your lucky day. I got a brand new 6x10 enclosed trailer at a used trailer price. $21.47 gets you a brand new 6x10 enclosed at Weller's in Ellendale or Bridgeville.
Atlantic Aluminum Products in Greenwood, Delaware wants you to know that if you've been waiting for the best time to purchase a sunroom, screen room, or replacement windows, now is the best time.
My wife and I just had a great experience. They met all of our expectations. Can't say enough about the service.
The final price that we were given was the exact price that was estimated.
We're very happy with our sunroom. We use it every day. We don't know why we didn't make up our mind to do it sooner.
Stop waiting. Start living. Call Atlantic Aluminum Products today for a free estimate.
Howdy, howdy, everybody. Jim Weller here from Weller's in Ellendale and Bridgeville, talking to you about these energy-efficient eye heaters. They operate on literally pennies a day. So if you need a heater, this is the deal. We're the same price as the internet. They start at $279. Plus, we don't have any sales tax or shipping. Come get them.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller. We are back, catchitlive.com at Jimmy's Grill, and we've got Jeff Craig with us, and he is going to be our next governor of the state of Delaware. We have traveled far and wide to listen to him speak, and we saw him at the fair, and you've been on our show before. You come all the way down tonight to be on, and we just want to say welcome and thank you.
Good to see you, Jim.
Yeah,
Good to see you,
welcome.
Colin. Good, good.
So tell us all about Jeff Craig.
Well, I'll tell you, it's not about Jeff Craig. It's about unemployment. It's about the awful economy. Wanted to share some numbers. I think people have heard me before. Have heard me talk about the 30,200 unemployed Delawareans.
Wow.
Those are the people who are looking for work and can't find work in a population of a state of 900,000 people. That's a lot
Wow.
of people. If we start including the
is.
people who are underemployed or have taken a part-time job, that's closer to 50,000 people. But there's a more shocking number, which it took us a while to dig out, but we actually found the food stamp numbers for the state of Delaware.
Have they increased?
Well, there were about, and I don't have the numbers written down, but I'll give you ballpark numbers, but
Okay.
these are real numbers. There were about 86,000 people on food stamps in 2009.
Wow.
So you two guys are bright, you're businessmen. I'm sure you know how many Delawareans are pushed to the edge that they're now on food stamps, what that number would be now. Now that number in 2009 was 11% of the population. So we can do it in
2009.
percentages and we can do it in numbers. That was, yeah.
Wow.
Colin, this is your opportunity to show
We
your
went
viewers.
from 11%. Did we go up or did we go down?
Well, that's the
I'm
first
gonna-
one. Let's just do it.
I'm going to guess we went up.
We did go up.
But it's not a contest. We're not really trying to go up on people with food stamps.
No, no, we
Right.
I mean, it's a tragedy, and
It's almost an embarrassment.
And well, it's good that we have a food stamp program because
Yes,
there are
it is
people in
that.
need. But the flip side of it is it really talks about our neighbors and a lot of our friends and our neighbors, people we may know at church, people whose kids may go to school with our kids have been put in that situation. And that number to share with you, it's now 17% of the population.
Wow, I was going to guess 15.
Yeah.
17%.
17%. It's 152,000 people in the state of Delaware are getting food stamps every month.
My
So
goodness.
when we talk in debates and places where we meet Jack Markell and we talk about, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Are you better off than when Jack became governor? That number going from the high 80s to 152,000, from 11% to 17%, really encapsulates what we've been talking about for jobs.
In a real number.
It's a real number.
Okay, so why are we at 17% now?
Because people can't find jobs, people can't find work. We've got a lot of 2-income families that are 1.5-income families. And so here in Delaware, we have a little bit different. We're one of the higher states. Depending on what numbers you look, we're either first in food stamp participation we're third in food stamp participation. But out of the 50 states, now part of that is we're a higher income state. A lot of the people who are collecting food stamps are seniors who are on fixed incomes. They receive Social Security. And so the food stamp eligibility is a function of average wages and then where you fall. And so if you're a senior in Alabama or you're a senior in Minnesota or you're a senior in Delaware, we have higher wages here. So there's
What do you mean we have higher wages? The average wage in Delaware is higher than somewhere else?
We are one of the richer states.
That has got to be Newcastle.
Well, Newcastle certainly affects it. I mean, it's certainly $1 of income in Newcastle and $1 of income in Sussex County is different. But I'll tell you another. You learn a lot running for governor. I was in Seaford and I was making a presentation, and I had learned that about 65% of the people in Seaford were on public assistance.
65% of the people in Seaford?
Wow.
That's how rough. Now remember,
That's amazing.
Remember,
now,
we had
Seaford had a lot of money in that town.
and they had
the nylon capital.
Right.
There were 5,000 people at that DuPont plant in its heyday.
Wow.
Today that plant's gone. So you take 5,000 jobs out of your community, that's what you get. Now, person sitting in the audience, and I'm shocked that number, that the need is so great, and there's so many people on public assistance in Seaford, and there's a guy there from Laurel, and he says, Jeff, have you been to Laurel? And I said, well, I've been to Laurel, but obviously you're going to tell something to me about Laurel I don't know. And he goes, yeah, 76% of the people in Laurel are on public assistance.
76.
3 out of 4.
7.6 people out of 100.
76 out of 100.
76 people out of 100.
So that's 7.6 people out of 10 people.
You got it.
Yeah.
More than every other person.
And are you better off in Seaford than you were 4 years ago? Are you better off in Laurel? Are you better off those people on food stamps? Are you better off those people working?
My goodness.
You know why it's so tough to make a buck at Weller's Trailers, and why it's so hard to make?
Because my surrounding communities.
It's the whole state.
Right.
And
wow.
so let's talk about the Department of Economic Development. We have spent tens of millions of dollars searching for companies outside of Delaware, outside of the U.S. to relocate here. And we gave a whole bunch of money.
Because we don't like Delaware? I mean,
well, no, because that's how you score in the fourth quarter. You go for the 80-yard touchdown pass. You get the Fisker automobiles.
So
you get the Bloom Energy.
So instead
when is that opening?
They're a year behind schedule.
Okay.
But the point is, what I really think we need to do in the Department of Energy is forget trying to bribe outstate companies to come here. Let's spend our resources on Delaware businesses, and let's grow Delaware. Let's grow the businesses that are here. And I want to share with you a success story that I heard. I spent some time with the folks at the Delaware Co-op, and they told me about it came out of a meeting they had, and they were talking about a lot of the farmers would like to irrigate their fields. But the problem is, for them to pump the water from underground about 30 feet down to the field and irrigate it, they've got to have a diesel pump, or they've got to have a diesel generator and then plug the pump into it. It's expensive. Sometimes you got to have permits for it. It's hard to maintain a diesel generator. So what the co-op did is, the big power lines that we all see running down the highways are 3-phase power. And the power that comes to your house is 1-phase power. And it doesn't have the 3 phases to power a pump to irrigate a whole field.
Correct.
So they went out and they developed, in conjunction with Eaton, a switch that converts 1-phase power back to 3-phase power.
Wow.
So a farmer can put this on a utility bill, hook it right up to the power that comes to his house. He can put a pump out in his field that's powered by electricity. It's a win-win because a diesel pump is about $3,600 in diesel fuel to run, plus maintenance. An electric pump is $1,200. It's a third of the cost. It'll pump just as much water as that diesel generator. Less pollution. Now, there still is pollution because we make that electric power off at a power plant someplace.
Right.
And there's some emissions, but there's no emission there on the farm. If the farmer irrigates the field and he didn't do it before, this summer, lots of farmers lost their fields. The yields go up tremendously. If we can get all these fields irrigated down here for $1,200 a year using regular power, that's more money in the community. More money in the community means more people who pay taxes.
I tell you how it's even a win-win-win, and on down the line. I know, or we do work for 2 companies, a well company and an irrigation company, on their vehicles, and we have benefited from it. They're tearing equipment up, which is good for us,
Well,
'Cause
they're using their
it,
equipment
and they're
for
making money
starters.
from it, right?
Right.
You know,
And then it comes to us, the vehicles, to be repaired.
they might
and it
buy
just-
tires.
Right.
I mean, I don't want
it's
you
a
to go
huge-
to your head, Colin, but you are much smarter than you look. You figured this out right away. You sit there and
But
say,
it's simple.
It is.
It is simple.
It's
when you
it's
think
it's
about
how
it.
the economy grows, and the rising
is.
tide floats all boats,
Right.
and it's what we need to do here in Delaware. And just think, the electric co-op will give $1,500 towards the installation of an electric pump because they understand it's in their interest.
Right.
Well, if we'd had the Department of Economic Development throwing $1,500 into this deal, rather than throwing $24 million at Fisker and $19 million at Bloom, and remember the windmills off, $9 million we lost on that deal? If we spent that on businesses right here in Delaware with agriculture, which is our largest business, all of a sudden, it's a win-win-win, and the rest of the economy works, and we get out of this hole we're in. So
how would we get the Delaware Economic Department to be interested in sponsoring and supporting and helping grow Delaware businesses?
you are another sharp guy. You're smarter than you look,
Right.
too.
How do we do
elect
this?
Jeff Craig governor. And
Okay.
Jeff Craig says, let's change the way the Department of Economic Development
Okay.
works. I mean, this is simple stuff. But we've been so focused on stuff outside of Delaware. And I've spoken to Alan Levin about this, and he says, Jeff, you can't come get businesses to come to Delaware because the other state will give them more money than we can. We're a little state. We don't have the same economic resources. Well, if we can't win that game, let's quit playing that game and let's put our effort into Delaware. And again, it's about, Cher was here and she talks about reducing regulations and reducing red tape. Let's make it easy for businesses to do business here in Delaware. Let's get this economy turned around. Let's get those people employed. Let's get them off food stamps. If they have a better home situation, if mom and dad are working, one of them or both of them, they do better in school. Everything, it's a win-win-win for all of us. So I am optimistic. I'm excited. I think we can turn this around, but it starts with leadership in the governor's office, and that's why I want people to vote for Jeff Craig, because they're really voting for their own interests.
What's your website?
My website is Craig, and of course we've talked about Craig's the spelling.
It's on the screen. So.
It's not Craig,
Right.
No, it sounds just like you spelled it right, but you got to spell it wrong. It's CRAGG 2012.com, Craig2012.com. We got the website there. If you want more information, we've got a little thing you can send us an email. We've got information on green energy, jobs in the economy, crime, a whole bunch of issues that are pertinent in this election, so you can get a lot of information there. And you can sign up for our email list. You can sign up for a yard sign. You can make a contribution to the campaign if you want to.
Are you still allowing people to contribute?
We're still allowing people, only till midnight.
Okay.
After midnight, it's another
start
contribution
again.
day. Yeah,
Right.
we start a new
Every night at midnight.
Every day at midnight we start a new day, but
Okay.
but every day we look for money.
So $1,200 per individual.
$1,200 is the maximum per individual. We
But
also
you do accept smaller donations.
we expect $5, $10, anything works
Everything
towards
makes a
us.
difference.
Everything makes difference. Every one of those yard signs costs about $2.50. A bumper
Wow.
sticker costs $1. But all those things are part of what we do on the campaign. We have a call center. We spend 3 cents a minute on phone calls.
That's pretty interesting that you know all these numbers. That's,
I'm sure you know the inside and outs of
What things cost
repairing
for
an
business,
automobile
sure.
and servicing it, and you know all about trailers. And I love teasing you about the mulch with mold and mildew in it.
That's right.
Right.
That's a collector's item.
It is. It kind of works as a fertilizer.
It's organic.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's organic.
It's very simple.
Yeah, good.
And just tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a family man. I'm married to my wife, Terry. She makes this whole thing go. She runs our business. We've got one kid left at home. He's a 7th grader. I've got one child who's all the way through law school, who practices as an attorney here in Delaware. I've got 2 of them. One who's a junior in college who's studying to be a chemist. One who's a freshman who just went away to school, who I think she wants to go into political science. Hopefully she'll go into law and not politics. But 4 wonderful children. We have 4 dogs.
Okay.
We're like every other family. We have 4 dogs because we didn't want 5 children. We have.
I'm feeling your pain with 4 dogs. I got 1 dog, and that's enough.
Well, they
Oh, come on now.
I'll tell you, the more the merrier. They actually take care of each other, and they're wonderful.
So you recommended I get more dogs? Huh?
More dogs. They form a little pack, and they'll train you in no time at all.
Okay.
Every time it comes to eat, they'll let you know when it's 5 o'clock,
Right.
and they'll let you know what to get up in the morning.
And if one doesn't get your attention, another one will.
That's right.
Well, they like to wake me up in the middle of the night.
Yep.
That's the part I don't like.
Yeah, and the other thing they do is dogs give you unconditional love. They don't.
That's right.
They you can learn a lot from dogs.
So you lock your best friend in your trunk. Open the trunk. He's going to be mad when he gets out. You lock your dog in your trunk and open the trunk. He's just going to be happy to see you.
Well, wasn't I saw you at the state fair and you were telling me when you come home late, your wife yells at you, but your dog is happy to see you
That's
no matter
right.
how late you come home.
That's right. So
you get him in trouble now.
All right. Well, anything else we need to know?
I've enjoyed being here and enjoyed talking about it, and the campaign is exciting, and it's going to heat up now. I mean, we've got a little bit over 4 weeks left to go.
Coming down.
It's event after event after event.
Got some debates coming up.
We got some debates
Got
coming
the big
up.
one at the University of Delaware.
University of Delaware debate. We've got one at Widener Law School.
Okay.
That same week, there's one with the Greater Hockessin Area Development Association, GATA. There is one at, it's slipping my mind now, but it's at the Ingleside Homes. They have a campaign for them. There are 4 candidate nights or debates in 5 days. So,
Wow.
so I'm sure Jack and I will love seeing each other that much, and we'll really be able to have a nice conversation and really talk about
Eat all your meals together.
eat our meals together, break some bread, the
Yeah.
differences between his vision of Delaware. Also want to bring up as a last thing, there's rumor flying that Jack would be a candidate to be nominated as Secretary of Education in
I heard
Washington,
that.
D.C. And so I decided to take the magnanimous position that if I am elected governor, I will agree to serve all 4 years and would not go take another job. And I
Okay.
signed a pledge, and I asked Jack to sign the pledge, and he won't sign the pledge. Instead, he said he will meet the constitutional obligations of the office, which I think is
Really?
the equivalent of
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum. So
Where's the bottom of the bar?
so we have a new issue here.
Golly, Dad.
Yeah. And I would think anybody who would get the support of the people of Delaware, who would ask them and vote for them to serve for 4 years, that the governor would agree to serve for those 4 years.
Okay, so let's talk about what if the governor takes a job somewhere else, what happens?
Well, he doesn't take it. He's going to do 2 jobs, is what you're saying.
Well, no. What he would do is if he goes to Washington, D.C., he would resign as governor, and the lieutenant governor would become the governor, which kind of
What happens to
focuses.
the governor money part?
It goes to the new governor, which is the lieutenant governor, who, it's kind of like something I know, Jim, you watched Miss America, the first runner-up.
Right.
If the Miss America is unable to meet the duties or the obligations, the first runner-up becomes Miss America.
Okay.
Well, when we have an election between Matt Dent and Sheriff Valenzuela, because the governor is talking about not serving his 4-year term, we would be making the decision of who the next governor would be should he go to Washington. So that election becomes very, very important. It becomes important to be supportive of Sheriff Valenzuela. She's a businesswoman. She's, a tremendous story, how they built their business. She shares a lot of the values I do, and so it's important for us to vote that race with as much care as we do in the governor's race.
Isn't that something? Every day is some new info, isn't it?
Every day.
Wow. Well, I have enjoyed meeting you, getting to know you, interfacing with you, interviewing you, and I'm excited for you. I appreciate you taking the time and the energy to be on our show, as well as to give of yourself and your time and your family to want to serve the people of Delaware. So
you
I'm
guys are doing a
excited and
great
encouraged.
job, and I hope we see you at a lot of those debates, and you can cover some of them and run around the state as much as I do, because you guys are doing a great job with
Can
the
we
show.
just get a ride with you? Can you
Absolutely.
come down and pick us up?
Absolutely.
Save on fuel.
I got a big Yukon out there.
Right,
I
you
think it
do.
seats 9, so
right.
there's plenty of room for you two guys.
Is it lettered?
Can we put Walls and Weller?
Can we letter it?
Oh, you want Walls Service Center and Weller's utility trailers on each side?
Yeah.
Or should it say
We'll
Craig?
even letter it for you.
We won't make you pay for that.
Right.
Good.
All right. Well, anyway, Jeff, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jim.
Very
Appreciate you coming
Thank
on.
you, Colin.
All right.
Take care.
Now, are we done or are we taking a break?
We're going to take a break. We'll be back. We're going to
We'll
wrap
be
it
right
up. And, yeah.
Okay.
Take it away, Brooks.
All right.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here from Weller's in Ellendale and Bridgeville. Just letting you know, if you need a deal on a landscape trailer, I got brand new 5x8 landscape trailers for $597.50. The best price on the Delmarva Peninsula, available at Wellers and Wellers.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here from Wellers in Allendale and Bridgeville with an unbelievable deal on some quality S Class 3 and Class 4 receiver hitches. They've been sitting around way too long and I want to get rid of them, so here's the deal. If I got one to fit your vehicle, they're $57.50 each. Get them while I got them.
Atlantic Aluminum Products in Greenwood, Delaware wants you to know that if you've been waiting for the best time to purchase a sunroom, screen room, or replacement windows, now is the best time.
My wife and I just had a great experience. They met all of our expectations. Can't say enough about the service.
The final price that we were given was the exact price that was estimated.
We're very happy with our sunroom. We use it every day. We don't know why we didn't make up our mind to do it sooner.
Stop waiting. Start living. Call Atlantic Aluminum Products today for a free estimate.
Hey everybody, it's me again, Jim Weller from Wellers in Allendale and Bridgeville, and I'd like to let you know I sell flags. 3x5 flags. We've got many to choose from. $9.97. Again, available at both locations, Allendale or Bridgeville. Come see us soon.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
What are we saying about these picnic tables?
Don, they're not picnic tables today. We're talking about these Adirondack chairs. They got to get out of here. So here's the deal. They were like $100 a piece. Right now I'm selling them for 75 bucks. 2 for $100. They're available at Wellers in Allendale or Bridgeville. They got to go.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here, and you know, I always get asked, do you have any used trailers? Today is your lucky day. I got a brand new 6x10 enclosed trailer at a used trailer price. $21.47 gets you a brand new 6x10 enclosed at Wellers in Allendale or Bridgeville.
Atlantic Aluminum Products in Greenwood, Delaware wants you to know that if you've been waiting for the best time to purchase a sunroom, screen room, or replacement windows, now is the best time.
My wife and I just had a great experience. They met all of our expectations. Can't say enough about the service.
The final price that we were given was the exact price that was estimated.
We're very happy with our sunroom. We use it every day. We don't know why we didn't make up our mind to do it sooner.
Stop waiting. Start living. Call Atlantic Aluminum Products today for a free estimate.
Howdy everybody, Jim Weller here from Wellers in Allendale and Bridgeville, talking to you about these energy efficient eye heaters. They operate on literally pennies a day. So if you need a heater, this is the deal. We're the same price as the internet. They start at $279, plus we don't have any sales tax or shipping. Come get them.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
better hide
Jim,
this.
calm down, Jim. Calm your nerves.
I'm good.
There's only 1 million people watching us.
That's right.
Yeah. We're back.
All of Sussex County's watching us.
So, Matt Opoliski.
How you doing, Colin?
Shadow producer
I
and
see that.
political analyst.
Well, yeah, because I'm no longer a candidate, so I might as well be an analyst.
Well, analyze this.
Oh, my.
How we doing?
Well, we're doing all right. I think that we're shaping up to have a pretty interesting last 5 weeks coming down to the wire here in November. I like Sheriff Valenzuela. I like a lot of what she has to say. I think she's got a good shot to take out Midget Man. I call him Midget Man, Matt Den.
When did our politicians get so short?
I don't know. Who else is short other than Matt Den?
Jack Markell's pretty
yeah,
short.
Yeah, he is pretty short.
Yeah.
Short on being governor, that's for sure. He's
Jeff Craig, on the other hand,
he's short on doing his chores. He's sure not
short.
He's sure not keeping up Delaware. That's for sure. He's out busy campaigning for Obama, campaigning for I guess the next job he wants. I'm not sure what he wants to do. So I would encourage everybody to vote for the guy I'm going to vote for, Jeff Craig. He was just on here, so. That's going to be an interesting race. I think that the Senate race is going to be interesting with three-way, with Alex being in the middle of.
Yeah, where you see that?
Man, I don't know.
That's tough on the call.
Well,
How do you like Alex's signs?
Well, I think they're to the point. You know, I mean, pretty easy to read. You know, there's not. I'd say that's one thing that a lot of candidates fail to do is have a decent sign. They're just too busy.
Yeah.
Or real small print, or they try to put all this extra lingo in there that you can't read at 50 miles an hour. Alex's signs are pretty to the point. Oh, Jeff Craig's signs are to the point, you know. Sheriff's signs are pretty to the point. You know, you can't get wrong with just a big Sheriff Valenzuela. I mean, you don't need all that extra fluff in there that tells you about, you know, what little district you're running at it, you know, an inch big at 35 miles an hour doesn't really sell.
Right.
Other races, I guess. Well, you asked about Alex Pires and Kevin Wade and Tom Carper. 33% plus one vote can win that race, so I don't know what's going to happen there.
Now, I heard that Tom Carper is polling like in 30-some
and
percent.
exercising like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
Well, I saw that video this morning.
30-some push-ups
well,
on a table.
Big whoop. Well, you know what I mean? It's 30 push-ups. I mean, that doesn't mean that he's not going to get reelected and then resign. I mean, you know, anybody could probably do 30 push-ups one time.
Can I ask another? I don't know. I don't know.
Try to try right now.
Hey, but see, it
was that a challenge?
But it was a fundraiser. I'm sure if somebody's putting money on the table,
maybe. Might just be cheaper for me to buy my way out of that. Oh, here we go. I'm throwing money at us.
So I don't know. I don't know where that race is going to go. You know, in my heart, I probably say, you know, I think it's going to take a lot to unseat Carper. Unfortunately, that's how I feel.
Do you think he might just concede at the end?
No, I don't think he will at all. Especially if he's doing push-ups out there at the polls, you know.
He still wants to win.
You have a question for me?
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you have any thoughts or opinions on the newest Sussex County news that Brian Pettyjohn is going to do a write-in?
Yeah, well, I have some thoughts on it, sure. I'm not sure if you want to hear them.
Should we turn off the mics?
No, well, okay, I'll tell you honestly how I feel about it. I look at it as sour grapes from the Booth campaign. That's the way I look at it. I mean, there was a robocall that went around. People who live in the 19th got the call. It specifically asked about write-in candidates. It specifically asked about would you vote for Joe Booth in November. I assume they got a not so favorable response. So Booth said, well, I don't want to shoot myself in the foot and run and lose.
Again.
Somebody in the room is going to have to take one for the team. That's my opinion. So they probably looked at Brian and said, hey, Brian, can you do that? And he said, yeah, I'll do it.
No, what do you think that's going to do? Do you think that's going to take votes?
Well, I think the goal of that campaign,
end up winning?
The primary goal is to derail Eric Bodenweiser, and everything else is second. That's my opinion. I could be totally wrong. But here's a guy that was the mayor in Georgetown who decided not to run because he wanted to put more time into his family. So he said that's what he said why he wasn't running again. I think state senate
as mayor.
Right. Well, I think state senate takes a little bit more family time away from you than the mayor of Georgetown would.
Yeah, but it pays a little more too.
Well, this is true. I'm just telling you, if the guy got out of politics to be with his family, you don't jump into a race, especially at the last minute, because your heart's been in it the whole time. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Well, we're going to.
I mean, he's got every right to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not in the 19th, so I don't have to, vote for that. Obviously, but that's how I feel. I think it's, you know, it's unfortunate, but
You ran a
it is.
campaign this
I did.
season,
I ran
and
against
what-
Gary Simpson. Lost.
Well,
pretty good.
How do you feel about the whole thing? I know it's not the first time you've run, but
No, well, you got to go into it prepared to either win or lose. I mean, it's 50-50. You know, I think it's kind of funny. My wife was like more hurt by it this time than I was. I mean, she was down in the dumps.
She was pretty emotional about it before the election. I mean,
Yeah,
she was really.
Oh yeah,
her heart was in it.
Yeah, and she was so. I mean, when you know
taking
when
it
the
personally.
when the results came back, she was like, "Oh man, I can't." I'm like, well, you know, it is what it is. What you know, you have to go in knowing. I mean, if you're afraid to lose, or you're afraid to take some criticism, or you know, something that somebody might say, you know, if you can't deal with it, you shouldn't be in it.
But it's good to know your wife's with you.
Oh
on
yeah,
that,
yeah, no doubt
that
about
she
it.
was
Yeah,
really with you.
oh
and-
yeah, she was.
that's
And I
good.
mean, well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it. I mean, that's kind of why I got in so late, because I was still talking it over with her, and you know, making sure she was okay with it, and she was. So you know, we went ahead and moved forward. Now we were, you know, unfortunately we didn't win, but you know, that night I talked to Gary Simpson. We had agreed before the primary ever came down the pike that whoever won was going to support, or whoever lost was going to support the other candidate. And then the very next day, his opponent dropped out, so it kind of lucked out for him. So, which I guess, you know, now I'm actually the chairman of the 35th district for the Republican Party. So the large part of the 18th overlaps the 35th. So I don't really, I guess because Gary doesn't have an opponent, that frees up me and some of my volunteers to go help other candidates like Eric, who is in the 19th, which overlaps the 35th also.
Okay.
And then you got somebody like, well, Dave Wilson, we'll take for example. He's my representative, but I mean, I don't want to say he's going to.
Does he have an opponent?
He has a libertarian opponent.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, and again, okay, so there you go, case in point. I don't think Dave's going to have much of a problem because you didn't even know he had an opponent.
I had
so,
no idea.
I don't really think Dave's going to need much of my assistance or much of like the 35th district's assistance. So we're going to be able to, you know, put that time into helping other candidates. So.
Harvey Kenton, he does not have.
He doesn't have an opponent either. It must be nice, all these guys with no opponents.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to have accountability that way, but you know, that's the way it is.
Well, I'm sorry you didn't win, but I was proud of you for trying.
Oh yeah, well I appreciate it. You know,
I think you ran a good campaign and you know, kept it clean, nothing dirty.
I think
nothing but.
Well, now there was one thing as I was looking back though, there was one thing that I did put out that I was wrong about. You know, it's not a big deal. It had to do with funding for Planned Parenthood, and the fact that I had said that excuse me, the last 2 years we had given money like $30,000 one year and then $30,600 the next year. And when I said that Gary supported that, I used the wrong bill numbers.
He did support it, but you used the wrong bill.
Yeah,
Okay.
I cited the budget.
I thought that when he said it.
I cited the budget when it was
You
actually
knew
the
that was
grant and aid.
wrong.
But yeah, so I mean, but I looking back on it, I was like, oh man, I got that wrong. So I mean, technically, it was a lie.
All right.
I told a lie.
Well,
all right.
I think we are out of time.
We're out of time.
Well, I appreciate you guys
we're
having
only
me down.
30 minutes over tonight, so we were good.
Is that right? You're really 30 minutes over?
Yeah, we stop at 7:30.
We end at 7:30.
But it was just we had too much momentum going
We
tonight.
did.
Yeah, well, when you run the company, you make the rules.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I thought we did anyway.
Yeah, there
but,
you go.
We don't make the roads.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Any other races, real quick? We got 30 seconds. You want to ask me about
All
any
right.
other races, or?
I don't know. No, we're gonna go.
Maybe we better just say catchitlive.com to watch us again. It stays on there. Wellers.com. You can order
bringmegas.com.
Bringmegas.com.
Right. You can order socks from me online, or you can order gas from Colin online.
Or grills.
Colin's
Or
got the
barbecue
gas.
grills.
I got the socks. What?
Or a barbecue grill.
Yeah,
or a barbecue
what-
grill. Or a
what-
barbecue
you got
grill
a
set.
website you want to?
The county.
Up 8 o'clock. Sorry, Matt.
I'm sorry, Matt. It was nice seeing you.
Yeah,
though.
good to see you, good
I
to
hope
see
we
you.
get to hear more from you next time. That's it, everybody. Have a good night.
Good night.
God bless you, and we'll see you Friday morning.
Friday morning.
5:30 a.m. We will be on.
We'll
See
be
ya.
here.
Atlantic Aluminum Products in Greenwood, Delaware wants you to know that if you've been waiting for the best time to purchase a sunroom, screen room, or replacement windows, now is the best time.
My wife and I just had a great experience. They met all of our expectations. Can't say enough about the service.
The final price that we were given was the exact price that was estimated.
We're very happy with our sunroom. We use it every day. We don't know why we didn't make up our mind to do it sooner.
Stop waiting. Start living. Call Atlantic Aluminum Products today for a free